I think we're ready to go. This might be the last Find Matt's Cat stream that I actually end up doing, because I think we're actually getting pretty close to the end. Might do another one after I finish the whole thing where I explore like easy mode and hard mode and that kind of thing. But for the the main part of the game, I think this is most likely it. All right. So let's see. YouTube said that there were like a couple of people here a minute ago, and now it says there isn't anybody. So that isn't very helpful. I love it when my analytics report accurate numbers. But I'm gonna go and get started. We are 11-6. All right. So almost all the way through World 11. I've apparently found all the gems, cards, and everything in the previous levels in World 11 so far, which I don't think I was really going out of my way for, but it's kind of cool that I feel like I guess I feel like I can do this without having to pull teeth. All right, so 37 targets. This is gonna take a little while. 33 gems and 3 cards. Let's see. Where do I want to start? Anything obvious? So what animals are there? So we got Butthole Cat and we got Mascot Cat. This is a big scene, so this is gonna probably take a little bit. All right. Any other animals? I don't think that's all the animals. Let's count that gold bird. Let's see. It looks like you should be able to... Oh, thank you. It looks like you should be able to move out of the way, but, like, there's, like, a dog in the way. Is that... Can you just not move, or do I have to find a way to make the dog move? I think on hard mode there's more elements like that. Things like you have to, find, like, keys to unlock doors and stuff. I haven't gone into hard mode yet. Hello, Sledge. The fancy sword noises. We've got a lot of stuff to find in this one, and I feel like I might be here for a little bit. But let's just go looking for interesting things. That compass is not one of them. There's got to be something on this island, right? Boomerangs, messages in bottles, horns. That's a horn. There's one. Gonna start with that. Hoping for some things that will knock off some items from this very long list, though, because it's kind of a... Nothing behind there. None of these birds up here. It's kind of hard to find what you're looking for when there's so many targets. Can I move these fish traps? No. This hat on top of this tree is not a goal, right? I don't think it is. I feel like I would have noticed if I saw it scrolling by. Nah. Let's see. All right. I still don't know exactly what these guys are. I've been calling them like weird carrots or like parsnip guys or that kind of thing. I don't know what they're actually supposed to be. I thought there was a slime. Oh, it's a slime with a chocolate slime with a flower. You tried hard mode in the demo. There are multiple items needed for interactions. I know that there are some achievements that are things like open like 10 doors with keys or something like that. Okay, so you are also not the correct chocolate slime. This map is not divulging its secrets very, very easily. I found 3 shinies, but, like, that's about it. Alright, so there's an underwater cutaway here. Axe for a tree, knife for a box. I think there was... Okay, pearl string. I think there was another one that was, like, hammer for a piggy bank or something like that. I think I saw that in the achievements list. It's one of those cats that... I think I've pointed this out before, but some of the animal noises are actual animal noises, and some of them are very obviously just like people making animal noises, which I think is hilarious. Anything else in here? I found that one pearl string, but like, there's a lot of space in here, and I don't see anything else. Maybe I'll go back to that. That sword is not one of them. Alright, that's a fish. That's one of them. There's a gem up there. I kind of wish the circle moved with the target when you push it around. Anyway, there's the radio. I think I like the There we go. I think I like the medieval themed music better though, so I'm gonna leave it on that. Gonna grab that while we're here. I feel like I should be able to like open this spigot and drain this hot tub thing. There was a... Oh, there's those birdies. Okay, so I gotta look out for those. Oh, and a mouse. There's a yellow bird, but I think that's a statue and not an actual, like, bird. Let's try going inside. Maybe inside there's gonna be, there's gonna be something for me to find. Is that a razor? I think there was an electric razor in this list somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Can I unroll the carpets? I cannot unroll the carpets. Did I go in there? What is this, like, random potion bottle doing here? It's very strange. I haven't seen any gems and trees yet. There's only, the only white-ish or lightish colored gems are those, like, pale yellow stars, right? Oh, and I guess pearls. Pearls could also be in there. Pepper under the hot tub. This one, okay. We can check that one off, thank you very much. That wasn't one of them, I don't think. I still don't know what this is. It's like a multicolored, like, peach or apple or something. There's one that looks a little more like a mango. Boomerang? Boomerang. I remember the boomerang. Can I open this door? Oh, I can open this whole thing. Okay. Gonna grab that. I think there's also a Steam achievement for, like, knocking a certain number of things off of walls or something. Can I knock any of these down? No. Some of the pictures can fall, and some of them don't. This looks like I should be able to open it. Okay, so that is a loaf of bread. That's right, I gotta check the containers. This appears to be the food stash. Not exactly sure what roleplay is happening here, but okay, so that's in... Did that do anything? This giant crossbow? I don't think that did anything. Got in here, can I open this? I cannot open that. Let's see. I saw a wiggle, that is... a mouse, it is not the white mouse. Is that a gem? That's a gem. Any signs of a teapot? There's another boomerang over there. This feels like the sort of area where I might expect to find a teapot. Or some fancy weapons. I think this this twisty staff, I can't remember which one that's called. The obsidian staff? Something like that. I think that's the only weapon in the target list. Just having lunch with the pigeons over here. A little cat versus dog standoff. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was going to count as a gem or not. That one counts as a gem. What about food items? Got the one up, we got a green potion bottle. I know I've seen some potion bottles, but I don't think I've seen the green one yet. An Animal Crossing leaf. A thing of beer. Oh, there's the thing of beer. Alright, knock that one off. I guess I'm not doing that badly. It's been 8 minutes and I found about a third of them. And I don't know if the ones that are remaining will get easier, but they'll certainly spend more time on screen in front of me as the list shrinks, so I might have an easier time committing them to memory at the very least. Is the boat one of them? No, the ship in the bottle is one, and that's like a whole separate thing. Yeah, I'm not... It used to be in the earlier levels, whenever you opened the cutaway, there's a ship in the bottle. There would be like 3 or 4 items that you could find, just kind of by default. But now, not all the cutaways have anything, I don't think. Even gems. Soda can on the table. I assume that's the one that I assume that's the one that you saw. I don't think there's another soda bottle on this list. Potion in the drawer? Oh, duh. Okay. Yeah. I don't know how that one escaped my notice. There's a message in a bottle there. That's one of them. I think I need 3 of those. Those are probably going to be around the outside, right? Stuck in the islands or something like that. Here's another one. That's definitely the sort of place I would expect to find. Oh, we just ate the whole tomato. Stem and all, huh? This is an oak leaf. It's not the Animal Crossing leaf. What about that white mouse? I have a weird feeling the white mouse might be here somewhere. We'll come back to that. there's still a lot of level left. Can I open this? Is this a cutaway? There we go. Alright. Okay, so that's that. I guess that's a dragon's egg. It played a flame animation when I clicked on it. Gonna grab that. What about things like this bronze helmet down here? No? Or the ring? Something that might look like sunken treasure. Any sunken treasure in this one? No. Besides that pearl string. Are there any other locations that might have a cutaway? What about this thing here? GS ball. There's the third message in a bottle, so that one's gonna get that one's gonna get completed. Nothing else stands out, so that might be it for this one. Oh, here is that helmet. That Spartan helmet thing. Alright, there's a shiny in there. What about this island? I don't think I've looked at this island yet. Did that accomplish anything? Well, that accomplished something. I don't think there was actually anything behind that tree, though. Alright, if I move this... Alright, now we've got some, like, compound... Alright, now we've got some, like, compound, activities here. Is that a mousetrap? I don't... Mousetrap isn't one of them, I guess. Still don't know exactly what that tentacle is supposed to belong to. But... at this point, I guess it doesn't matter. It's just part of the world. Let's see. I feel like I've still got to check around, like, way off screen in some of these ocean levels after that one that I saw earlier where there was just an item sitting on an island randomly way off in the middle of nowhere. Boomerang. Is that the last boomerang? That was the last boomerang. What are you doing here, Mr. Horse? That's a card. Okay, so there's 3 cards in total. That's a Natalie fan art. Another orange potion bottle. I'm halfway there, apparently. It's not bad. What's that? Is that a, super mushroom behind the tree there? Which part of this do I want to, like, look at first? I feel like I should slow down. This seabird is not one of them. The birds that I'm looking for are these, like, chickadee guys. Alright, there's the teapot. I know there was a teapot in that list. And we're, I think, 1 or 2 more and we'll be able to fit them all on screen without scrolling. Which is kind of a milestone. It makes it easier to remember. At least it makes it easier for me to remember what I'm looking for. Alright, that is one of... Alright, so... now they can all fit on screen. That is the golden bird thing. Doink. Here's the obsidian staff. I think it's the obsidian staff. That's another one of those horns. Let's see. How many targets? If this one has 37, how many targets is 11-7 gonna have? Still no white mouse. Alright, there's that chocolate slime, the one with the flower. Is this another cutaway? There we go. Shinies. Horn, that is one more horn. There's a card in there. Hard at work. Nothing in that. Okay, is that it? That teapot. Wasn't there a teapot that was sort of like that earlier somewhere else? I've been there already. Alright, there's a bird, so I still need 2 of those. We'll just knock all the pictures off the wall. I don't know how many I've got in total so far. Again, I know that there are some, there's an achievement for doing something like that. I thought that was a card, but I think that's just the necktie of that cat, or the bib. Oh, you know what? I think I selected the red cat as mascot cat so that it would be a little bit easier to find, and so far, at least in this this level, that definitely felt like it was easier to find. He was just staring at me. If it was a brown cat, it might have been a little bit harder. That doesn't seem to have done anything. What about... Okay, so there's the white mouse. I'm glad I found that there, because if I had to search for that under all the, like, white pine tree branches and stuff, that might have been really hard. These aren't... Okay, so those don't, like, blow up or anything like that. No, cannonballs. The only cannon-related interaction, I think, was this thing here. I'm looking for a butthole cap, but it's a little bit lighter than that one, and also facing the other way. Oh, is that a bomb? That's a bomb. What's back there? That pile of gold is back there. So we got some explosions. Let's see. Any other cutaways that I can find? In here, for example? No? Hamster guy? I wonder if I were to go back past the earlier parts of the level, if there was something that I might have missed. A chickadee, perhaps, sitting in a branch or something. Does this move? This does not move. Is that a shiny? That's a shiny. I'm not sure why I feel the compulsion to, like, eat all the food items that I find. Where might the Animal Crossing leaf be? Should I look a little bit farther out, like away from the main level for the Animal Crossing leaf? It's a brighter green than most of the vegetation in here. Alright, I saw that shiny. Oh, here it is. Alright, sitting on top of that tree. Okay. Where's the last cat? The last cat can't be that hard to find. Satisfaction of eating sounds. That could be it. They do make nice munching sounds. Butthole cat facing northwest. Like, there can't be that many other cats. Again, it's possible that it's hiding behind like a rock or something. Sometimes they do that. Can I make the guillotine fall? I can. Very swiftly too, I might add. Would not want to be caught under there. Alright, I see a shaking. Okay, that's the last horn. Where was the first chickadee? Was it like on the ground somewhere, or was it sitting in a bush? Okay, so that's 30 gems, so the pinger is gonna start going off. Oh, I've also got one more card to find. It's pinging in the tree. Is there a pearl blending in? It was in a building. A lot of buildings to choose from. I feel like I want to look for... Does this move? That moves. Okay, there it is. Two more. I wonder, since there were a lot of targets in this one, this is just naturally a longer level. At one point, should I start using the hint system? Maybe 25 minutes or so? If the first chickadee was in the building, should I go back there? Maybe? I also definitely need to leave the drawers and everything open just in case. Like, I'm gonna forget which ones I opened and which ones I haven't. Have I checked this yet? I think I did. I think there was a gem behind that. Oh. Here? There. Oh, we've also got that. Alright, so now we've got all the gems. I can go... Option, switch the cursor to the card hunting one. Nothing falls out of the lanterns when you shake them. Weren't there a couple of other... I wasn't expecting it to go off that quickly. It's not one of these, is it? No. Cards are often, like, wedged in something. I can't say I see... Definitely getting colder over there. It's going fastest over here. Am I sure I can't go in here? That's odd. So like underneath one of these, it's already cooled off. It's definitely somewhere around here. Can I make you jump? Can I make any of these animals jump? Under the skull? It's like it's behind the wall or something. There we go. Okay, behind the target. That would do it. I don't know if I've seen targets that can be knocked down before, but I guess they can be. This is kind of part of why spam clicking does tend to work in this game, because sometimes if you haven't seen that there's an object with an interaction before, there's like not really any other ways to find it. But that's a monster. That's this guy. All right, 3 targets left. I'm gonna feel bad if I can't find the butthole cat without help, but the chickadees I might just use the hint system for that. Where else have there been cats in this game? Like where? Maybe behind here that someone might hide out, or we've got some like pirate treasure cats over here. Seals. I still do feel like there is a good chance that I missed something. I missed at least one thing on one of these islands over here. Especially like a bird or something. I don't know what this guy's doing down there. Also, there are no more cutaway sections, right? No more of those like sea snake thingies. That one had lines under it? Oh, it does, yeah. Also, I'm still not sure. Oh, I thought this tower was being, like, supported by this alpaca thingy. I'm also still not 100% sure if there are any more inside areas that I can click on, like the towers or whatever. Well, I guess I'll start using the hint system. You, eastern area and visible outside. Bird, western area, and I need to move something to find a bird. Okay, and I think that means a cart or something. I don't think it means a container if it says it has to be moved. Is there no way to make this thing move? Like, nothing that has to be moved out of the way for this thing? Because that seems kind of like the obvious one. Anything else that can be moved? Like, what about any of these rats? Hello, Splurfert. Did I move this thing? I think I had to move that thing at some point to move the catapult. Now we're moving away from the, like, the western side of the map, though, so it's probably not down there anyway. There's a lot of logs in the water that can be moved. Yeah. Which ones have and haven't I tried, though? Is it, like, all of these? Should I just push all of them around? Oh, well, there's one. That'll do it. And then Butthole Cat is on the eastern side, out in the open somewhere. So I guess I probably should just check behind every piece of like nature or foliage. On the eastern half. Also, while I'm at it, the last one is also on the western direction, inside of something. Okay. Come back to that in a minute. These are not choppable. Cat on the bridge. On the bridge, you? Yes, you. Alright, thank you very much. And western side inside a building. How much more inside a building could there be? Are there... Do I just need to double check the interiors? Oh, here we go. Okay. That did it. That could have been one of the first ones that I found. I opened that one quite a while ago. That took a half hour. Alright, next level. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Maybe once this game is finished and published, the good reviews will start coming in and it'll feel like it was worth it. Yeah, everyone so far says they've enjoyed testing Find Matt's cats, but maybe they're just being nice to my face. It's always difficult to say how you feel in person. Maybe in private they'll always laugh at the mistakes we made. Either way, I've decided I'm going to make the most of my time here. I've put in the work and hopefully I have a nice polished project in my portfolio whenever that happens. Money is nice, but experience is valuable too. I'm learning new programming tricks and spending time with my friends. That's important to me too. I think someday we'll be able to look back and say that I'm proud of what we made here. Just not quite there yet. Alright. We have, okay, so, yeah, 100% on the first 6 levels in World 6. That's a good start. I'm gonna go jump into 11-7. Behind the tree, yeah, I think you and, Sledge saw it at more or less the same time. So we've got a dark level here. Let me go into options and bring back the gem cursor because there are going to be probably more of those. The cards usually come out eventually anyway. So there's only 20 targets in here and 21 gems and 2 cards, but we do have the darkness factor, so I can't really see as much of the level at once here. So that's going to be a little bit of additional challenge here. Is that brain coral pulsing like a brain? There appears to be nothing back there. What am I looking for? I guess I should look at the targets list. So, slime, banana crab, starball, cat. Alright, so a lot of small animals. Some potion bottles. Alright. Do all of these stingrays move? We're also gonna go there. Interesting fossil, not the one I'm looking for. If I were to hide a blue gem, this would look like a pretty good place to do it. Okay, so that's a potion bottle. Another blue gem. That's the lizard. Especially some of the animals. Some of the animals will, is this skeleton cat? Skeleton cat. Some of the animals will, like, jump. So even, if they're not sled. Even if they're not a target themselves, they're usually worth clicking. Although by habit, I just click on everything to see if it moves anyway, because I have been surprised on quite a number of occasions. Alright, let's try this one first. Nothing in here. These are such, like, bombable looking walls. I wonder if in hard mode if these will actually be bombable or something like that. Southwest of the blue potion. Blue potion was... It was somewhere around here? Where was I when you said that? Was it here? I don't think I've actually been in here yet. There's a gem there, though. So many smashable things. Anyway, back to this thing. We'll take that. We'll take... I guess not... I guess we won't take that. Is that a telescope? That's the telescope. There could be more than one thing to find in here, like orange potion bottle, or so no pink ones in this level, or this like gem beetle thing, or that sort of thing. Black slime. Is that a gem? That is a gem. Gonna grab that. I'll come back to southwest of the potion bottle later on if I don't find it on my own later. Sailboat? Not in this one. There's a crystallized beetle. That is a different orange bottle. I think that's it for here. For the time being. It's also a random N64 controller. The last level had one of these. So that's a card. That's one of the out of the two cards. See an enemy. These are fascinating little animals. Or maybe in some cases large animals, because I think some of them can get quite big. I don't think I've looked in here yet. Is that just ham? I'm gonna chomp on that if you don't mind. Food isn't any, none of the targets are food in this one. What about that black slime thing? Wow, this one keeps going. This is a big treasure room. Two shinies right next to each other. Am I already back up to 8 hints? They do regenerate probably faster than I would have expected them to. Alright, so that's a cat statue. I'm not complaining, but... I think there's a setting in the game somewhere to make it only like regenerate when you like click on a target or when you click on a gem or something like that, which is an interesting difficulty modifier. I still feel like I'm missing something in here, but maybe not. There were a lot of gems in here. There was only the one target. Potion bottle, so that's a second potion bottle. What about... Did I go down this way yet? One of the things about these dark levels is that it's a little bit harder to figure out, to remember which parts of them you've been to yet. That's one of those fossils. Alright, so that's that dead slime thing. The settings only only change the speed of the hint regen. I wonder if I was thinking of something else. I thought there was one that made it only regenerate when you picked up currency or something to that effect, but perhaps not. Orange medicine bottle behind the goat statue. Not that orange one. Behind the goat statue. This one. Alright, good catch there, thank you. Is there nothing else out in the middle here? No N64 controller in anyone's sleeping bag? Why is there, like, a massive skull that's half the size of the sleeping bag? Like... I guess if you want a really firm pillow, let's try each of these. Oh, hello. Gonna give you head pats. That scroll is not something I need. The cursor that speeds up hints after eating food. It might have been that. It might have been a cursor ability. Is that a shiny? That's a shiny. I'm looking in, like, the fine detail in the stonework, trying to see if there's any hidden shinies or anything like that. I haven't seen one yet, though. Speaking of satisfying noises, that ocarina. I think I've seen everything up in that direction so far. That's another one of those fossils. The fossils, I'm pretty sure, are all going to be hidden in the sides of the level with, like, the clutter and that kind of thing. I feel like that's a pretty safe assumption. The first one was, the second one was... Have I checked down here yet? I think I started down here, but I don't think I really spent a lot of time down here. There was a lizard. Gonna ask the fish to move. Is that another? No, I think that's a floppy disk. I thought it might have been a card, but it like a floppy. That's the crab. What about down here? This doesn't look familiar. Let's see if there's anything here. Another card, perhaps, or another third fossil, so I don't have to worry about any more of those. What about the third potion bottle? N64 controller camouflaging with, there, I think. Camouflaging with, Starball. All the blue crystals and whatnot. The big fish move, the small ones I don't think do. What about this, frozen speedboat thing? Did I see a shiny, or was it just this, like, water splash animation playing out that I might have seen that instead? Are there any other, interactions like that one, I wonder? Is this oh, that's the front end of this thing. Okay. So that one also moves, but I also don't see anything behind it. Does that move? That moves. That is the last sticker. Okay. That is a ice creep. I think it's supposed to be an ice creep. That's the kind of pixel art where I unfortunately can't really see what it's supposed to be. Which direction am I going? I feel like this is also going to be, like, behind something. Do I have to knock something out of the way? Colder. Definitely colder. Behind you? Behind... no? Oh, here! Wow, okay. Definitely one of the more dastardly ones. There's just one more. So I've found those Found the X's a little bit faster than the targets here. Green grasshopper. It's like the only green thing in this level. You think that would stand out? What about over here by this other green, by these other green things? These mushrooms. Any green grasshoppers over here? The grasshopper is also something that might hide inside a container like this. If I happen to miss any of those. Also, still no luck on the N64 controller. Green grasshopper in here, perhaps? Behind one of these? There's a green caterpillar up there. Anyone see any other underwater things that I might have missed? I still feel like there might be more to find down here. Where could the N64 controller be? The potion bottle could be anywhere. I feel like I'll probably have to use a hint to find that unless I get lucky. Unless I just happen to zoom in on it when I'm looking for something else. Can I anger the spiders? Doesn't look like I can anger the spiders. Also, bananas. I haven't been on the lookout for bananas. I should probably, you know, do that. Bananas would probably be by the tents, I think, right? So there's hamburger in that tent. Any bananas by this one? Was that all the sleeping arrangements, or was there a third tent anywhere? Maybe that was it. This feels like it would be the room for bananas. Oh, there's also plenty of yellow stuff in this one, so... Well, I haven't made much headway in like 5 minutes now, so maybe I should start using hints a little bit earlier than I was planning to. Bananas, eastern side, behind or inside another object. Okay. I'm still looking for other things that can open that I haven't opened yet. I wonder if there's like an entire like class of object that can be opened or smashed that I haven't thought to click on yet. It's a little bit hard to tell like where the eastern side begins and ends because it's all dark and you can only see like a small part of the level at once. Have I been in here yet? I don't know if I've been in here yet. Okay, so there's bananas. I don't think I've been in here yet. Let's see. This will be the last shiny. Wherever that is. Holder. Ancient monolith. Here. Alright, there we go. While we're here, anything else in here? Potion bottle, N64, or grasshopper? Doesn't look like it. I've been in there, that was the star ball. Alright, so let's try... Grasshopper is also in a container of sorts. I feel like the grasshopper is probably in a vase like this, and I just haven't found the vase to click on yet. I think a lot of them already have those cracks in it that tell me that I've clicked on them. Up there, for example. And I think over here... Crack all 50 clay pots in level 11-7 is worth a Steam achievement. Alright. Well, I guess there's no more of those. That's telling me that there's no more clay pots. In that case, maybe it's one of these? Inside or behind another object. What other things are there that I could open that aren't? Sometimes things pop out of the eyes in these kind of statues. Should I come back to that? I'll come back to that. Alright, so GameCube controller is on the left side behind something that moves, and the potion bottle is in the middle just waiting outside. So maybe I'll go looking for the potion bottle first, because that one looks like it should be just there. Is that a hat? I think that's a hat on that ice crystal. This floppy is driving me insane, because every time I go past it, I think it's probably a card, but it's not. In the middle, out in the open. Where does, like, the middle of this level begin and end, even? Is that it? That's the handle. Alright, only the handle was visible from that one. That one's sneaky. That's stretching the definition of out in the open a little bit, but... We'll give the game that one. I don't know what else there is that I could open. Is there like a boot or something that I could shake and make a grasshopper jump out of? Cooking pot? if I do need to, if I do feel like I'm spending too much time here, I can just ask for the last hint, but we'll try and work it out for ourselves first. They're both going to be inside something that opens. The controller is going to be behind something on the west side, I think. Can you move any bricks around that block the way to the treasure room? I tried that, but I don't think so. I wonder if any of the other bricks could move, though. I mean, some of them definitely animate when you click on them. But I don't think I've seen any that move yet. So I'm inclined to say that's not it. These cracks really do, like, I should be able to, like, drop a bomb there and have it open and reveal something, though. This ball thing that bounces up, are there any other balls that I could bounce up in the air? Maybe there's something behind them? Those spiky blue... like, warty things? For that matter, on the other side, that could be covering the N64 too. Yeah, I don't think any of these statues that move have had anything behind them. Is the shark just stuck there now? Anything that moves in here? I'm not sure if I remember in any of the, like, jungle levels, if you click on these flowers, the Rafflesia flowers, if they, like, ever pop anything out of them. I don't think so, but it seemed worth a try. Also, are there any other areas of this level, like, way off to the side that I haven't seen yet? I guess that's probably worth checking, too. I don't see any over there, or any over here. Okay. I don't think I saw this one yet, but that was the grasshopper. Can you make the white slime jump? I know I tried some of them, but I don't know if I tried all of them. Move something out of the way. Alright, so... in theory, that's easier than the ones that say inside something, because there are fewer types of objects that you move out of. There we go! Alright. The one shark I didn't try. That was it. In theory, there are fewer types of objects that move. than there are like types of container objects, but it doesn't always exactly work out that way. Anyway, World 12. It's been a long journey, but it looks like it's coming to an end soon. You've made it to the final world. The end is within sight. Oh no! All good things must come to an end, I'm afraid. We're running out of content to show you. Anyway, you've been a good beta tester, one of the best. You made it further than any other. I mean, not exactly. There are quite a few people who have 100% of this game already, so, you know. Not quite there yet. All the other testers got bored or hungry or sleepy eventually, but you just kept moving forward. That's very cool. Now I'm gonna go tie up some loose ends. Enjoy! Alright, so this is 12-1. Let's see, this is definitely slightly smaller than the last one, but it's still definitely slightly bigger than the early levels in the early worlds. Let's see, gonna grab that real fast. Alright, so this wiggly snack is not something that I've got to find. We've got a, like, Egyptian painted striped cobra or something. That's kind of a cool design. Give me that. Give me that. Don't give me that, I guess. What about here? Can I go behind here? There's a skeleton cat hiding behind that pyramid. I wonder, is World 12 gonna have a theme, or is World 12 gonna be like a greatest hits of previous levels? Anyway, that's the thwomp thing. Is that supposed to be pizza? That's an interesting pizza design. Oh, this skeleton cat has not had the best of days. Let's see. There's that beetle. There's that shiny. There's only one card in here. Is that a Buster Sword? Some clay tablets. Is that a waffle? I'll take that. No pizza here, though. Even though this looks like the food section. I can't make you guys move out of the way. Can I move this thing? I can move that thing. I'll take that. Inside, that's one of the targets. Anything else? This style of webcam looks so weird. Okay, there's pizza. Or at least what I think is supposed to be pizza. Maybe a focaccia or something. It's been a lot of gems inside Smashables in this one. Yeah, that's one way to like transliterate those vocalizations. That's the magic wand. What about this? Can I smash that? Alright, so that's Mascot Cat. Anything under the sand? No, no cutaways under the sand. Another waffle. Oh, there's a random black obelisk. Let's see, I can move that. That's gonna be a card. Are we final 3 gems already? I guess we are. Dirt boulder. Let's see, I see there's that one under there. Any other stones with symbols on them? We'll take that. There's another one nearby too, apparently. I heard it going off when I was like up here. There's only one more. Oh, here we go. Okay, so gems all clear. Gem west of the tent. I probably at some point picked up the one that you were looking at, because I've apparently got them all now. We just need Scorpion, Obelisk, and Oak Leaf. There's a Scorpion. Obelisk can't be too hard to find. That's the Obelisk. There's the yellow and the blue and gold snack, wherever that happens to be, and an oak. I didn't even see that. That was one of those accidental clicks. Scorpion behind the tree on the west end. Yeah, I saw that one too. Here's a bomb. There's a snack in there. And lastly, we just need a crab. So this should be a 4 or 5 minute level. Unless this crab really gives me trouble. Crab feels like something that'll be found maybe around the outside. Maybe not in the heat of things. possibly inside a container. I see a shaking there. There's the crab. Alright, 415. That wasn't bad. 12-1. Let's move on to 12-2. That's the Lost Tomb. Did I just re-enter the same one? I just re-entered the same one. Let's go to the next one. There we go. My hints are regenerated already. Okay, this one is slightly bigger. I see a shaking. That's that's not important. Okay. Is there nothing to interact with on here? There's 17 targets. I don't see anything on this boat except for some cheese. Ribbit. Is the beetle in this one? The beetle is in this one. Alright, I can kick that suitcase around. That is... I think I need multiple of those. Yeah. Alright, that's another shrimp. Shiny. That's not the sound I expected that one to make. We also need bananas, mascot cat splooting. That's a beetle. That is a fish. Nothing behind there. Can I, like, make you move? It doesn't look like I can make you move. Oh, that's a flower. I thought that was a shiny. Here's a card. Alright, so that's the card for this level. If you feel yourself being watched in the rainforest, there may be an eyeball ivy around. The plants share information through an extensive network of roots. That is something that plants appear to do in a healthy foresty ecosystem. Clay tablet. There's a very specific design of bush that I need. It's a little bit bluer. There we go. That's the bush that I need. I'll just knock that one off real fast. What about slimes? Is that the slime? That's the slime. You can barely see that circle against the sand. Blue flying lizard. Gem above the donkey. Did I go there yet? Here we go. Thank you very much. What about on this side? I haven't been on this side yet. Just gonna steal your groceries. Pineapple. Perhaps pizza. A thing of steak. We'll smash all the things. I do not see a pineapple or a pizza or a steak in here. Have I seen any of the clay tablets yet? Alright, there's Student Cat. Mascot cat. That's the tiara thing. I don't really have a name for that one yet. Alright, so there's something under you. Bees. I feel like that's probably all the stuff that there is in the lower section here. Maybe not gems because I haven't really paid as much attention to gems, but in terms of targets, there's space up here. There's a gem in there. There's a gem in there. That's the steak. That's the tablet. I still need a pineapple, a pizza. There's a lantern. Bananas at the bottom of the palm tree on the bottom, so they're this one. Alright, so there was at least one more down there that I didn't get yet. I thought I saw a shake. It might have been the frog. What about the lantern? The lantern feels like I'll find it like in this middle area over here. This Sphinx line thing is playing with that glass bottle. Oh no, here it is. There it is. I also need 2 more of those moth insect things. Let's go inside first. Alright, there's the pizza. Is there an indoor plant? I think that's a cactus. I can barely see it. Is there an indoor plant that looks like squiggly like that? What about all this food? So much food. Alright, I can't eat it beyond that. I will take the remainder of your taco. That is a large thing of peas. Why did the taxidermy animals make noises? Any gems inside that statue on top? No. A little surprising there. Another beehive. Oh, here's the flying lizard. Hello. Lastly, I just need a pineapple. I saw that sparkle. I just need a pineapple and a plant and 2 of those flying insects. Here's one of them right there. So that's one of them. The squiggly plant feels like something that belongs like up here though. But I could be surprised. It could also be on, like, the, stone wall over here. There's a gem east of where the bananas were. I picked up one here recently. That might have been the one that you were looking at. What kind of a noise is that? I don't know what I expected those guys to sound like, but... 4 more gems. Here's one gem. Okay, so final 3, the pinger will start going off. Pineapple. Here's a pineapple. Okay, so that was also done in the lower section. Moth under the Sphinx. Under the Sphinx over here, over there. Alright, thank you very much. What is this? Here. Okay, that's where it's going off. Lizard left the statue on top. That was this one, I think. Stream delay seems a little bit lengthy today. I think it's usually like 30 seconds, or at least it's supposed to be like 30 seconds, but I picked up that one a little while ago, but I only saw Ron's message like just now. What about the squiggly plant then? It's a fairly innocuous object. You wouldn't. Oh, here it is. Okay. Could have found that one like a couple of minutes ago. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. I'll just go back to the last gems later. Alright, looks like I just made it just in time. I finished programming the world just as you were playing the snow world. Almost ran out of time. So the game is basically finished now. The war has been won. That's crazy. My work is finally complete. I was triumphant against all odds. Alright, you are... Alright, you need to take a bit of a break, sir. Alright. 12-3, ancient artifacts. Let's go in here. That's a protector there. Yeah, I don't know exactly why some days the stream delay does seem longer than others. I think I've just left it at like the default YouTube setting. What was I even clicking on? I think I just left it at like the default YouTube stream settings, which is like 30 seconds or 25 seconds or something like that. I wonder if it's like, depends on how long I take to get set up between when I like turn on OBS streaming and when I actually set the stream to go live in YouTube or something like that. Okay, so we've got some logs here. I believe I don't know if that was the main strategy used to move bricks for the pyramid, but I believe it was a strategy used to move bricks for the pyramids. I've already forgotten what I'm looking for. So we got cat. That usually indicates you're buried in sand or snow. Yeah, we'll just knock that one off real fast. We got a Minecraft block. Got a broken obelisk. That one, I think. We've got the base of a broken obelisk, which might be... I saw movement, but I think that was the protector. I don't think it was something jiggling trying to get my attention. That's a pearl. Chicken? Alright, chicken is guarding a heart thing over there. Nothing in that house. Got a purple flower, like a water lily flower or something. Hello. Oh, here, I think you're the base to the obelisk. Yeah, there we go. We've also got the foot to a sphinx. Don't mind me, grabbing the browser window by accident instead of the side of the screen. Okay, so that's a fish. I didn't even see that. I was trying to see if there was something in the barrel. Okay, so that is that. I think that's a lantern. What about up top here? So one thing that does vaguely annoy me about this game, so if you click, like, if you don't click on the icons in the scroll area, you will just grab the map and you will start pushing it around instead of scrolling. I wish that the entire span between the arrows basically acted as a zone to scroll, where you could click on it and it didn't matter if you accidentally randomly click between them or not. So I've done that quite a number of times so far. Why do you have a jigsaw next to the ancient artifacts? That seems unsafe. Anything up top here? No. I'm surprised I haven't seen more gems hidden inside these palm trees. What about this lizard? Is this lizard one? No. The lizard is not one. Alright, let's check inside before moving on. Any blue or gold things? No. We got the ring, we got that bird. But other than that, that appears to be it. None of these guys. That's the water gem for maybe a 4. Alright, so that's another one of your reactions. Here's the bird. Alright, so the Sphinx is playing with a bird there. There's a banana taped to the wall. Here's that flower. Don't know why this game has this obsession with bananas taped to the wall. Hat cat on top of the wheel. Here, there. Alright, that's one of them. Thank you very much. Is that it for the, like, the main cats in this level? I think it is. I need a Minecraft block. Where can I find a Minecraft block? Hourglass, blue potion bottle, binoculars. Midnight snack. Any power tools? No power tools. Did I see movement down here, or was that just one of these guys' tails? It might have been that. Grab that. That was definitely movement though, but that was nothing. Oh, here's a card. There's 2 cards in here. Alright, so that's the launch party, I guess. Nothing behind here. Is that... Okay, I think that's just the date fruit back there. I don't think I've been in the middle yet, so I guess it's time to start taking that on. What is this? Is that like a basket of rice or sand or something? I'm kind of surprised I can't just ask the protector to move out of the way. Is there something behind here? That was a jar, but there was nothing in it. Okay. Oh, wow, I didn't see that one. Alright. Also, speaking of things that might be on tables, what about the teacup? I meant to look through... No, that's not really food over there. Any of the interiors have a teacup? Or the hourglass? Is that the second card? That is the second card, okay. Block on the left side. I assume you mean the Minecraft block over here. That'll do it, thank you very much. Is that a gem? That is a gem. Ooh, you got squished by a falling block. Alright, I just put that together, what that's supposed to be. That is a cane, not something I'm looking for. There's a whole section over here. Cat statue on the table west of the water tower. Table west of the water tower. This one? That one. Alright. Okay, that is an interior. So I'll take the potion bottle, I'll take the gem. What about this, like, tub of rice? I feel like that should be at least, like, the size of this thing. I feel like that shouldn't be that hard to hide. Can I open here? I can open here. Is that a pearl masquerading as pigeon droppings? I feel like I'm not doing that well here compared to some of the other levels. What about the gold ring? The gold ring feels like an artifact that... Hang on, is this explosive? Why do I feel like I should be able to blow that up? I wonder if that's a hard mode thing. There's a gem under there. Teacup northeast of the peacock. Northeast... Oh, yeah. Okay. Good catch. I don't know if I would have found that one on my own. We've got some things like... Some things that might still be buried in the sand, like the top of... Is that this? That is not this. The one that I'm looking for, just slightly taller. There's something shaped sort of like that. There's also the foot of the Sphinx. What about this? No, that's not quite tall enough either. That one? That one. Oh, I need 3 of them, apparently. Any others? And, I mean, there's a lot of... I think that's another one. That's 2. There's a lot of sphinxes who might or might not have missing feet nearby. There, I think that's it. And in the meantime, we need one more top of obelisk or top of pyramid or whatever it is. This one looks very surprised. Anything in here? Not even a fishbone? You also look very surprised. Alright, I'll take the gem. Any stones that can just be moved. Like in the other pyramid level, I think it was 12-1, the stones that could be moved had symbols on them. Mini pyramid on the table west of the peacock, so again around the peacock. This one. Alright. That's the last one of those, thank you very much. Oh, here's the tablet. Haven't really been on the lookout for that. There's 2 more, apparently. I feel like those will be probably mostly on tables or in piles of rubble. Here's another one. Fish bones, maybe upper left. This one, that's one. One more of those. And what about the last tablet? I'm looking for either on a table or like in something that looks like it's being dug out. The last one, here it is. Alright, in the corner there. Last one was kind of in a storage, like a pile of like storage stuff off to the side. What happened to you? You fall off a roof or something? Aren't cats supposed to... Nice. Aren't cats supposed to land on their feet? That's funny. Oh, here's the basket of grain. Okay, so we just got 3 more. There's a lot of bones over here. Any fish bones over here? I don't see any fish bones over here. That's the last fish bone. Alright, we got a ring and we got an hourglass. I have been on the lookout for the hourglass. I've sort of been on the lookout for the ring whenever I go into an interior, but not very strictly. There's the ring. And I just need an hourglass and 4 shinies. I probably will not lose sleep over the shinies in this one again. I'm kind of looking for the hourglass in the same place I was looking for the tablets. The same kinds of places. On tables or off in a corner with all the clutter. Hourglass in the building. So it was in the building. Which one? There's one in here, too, which I haven't looked in yet. That's a shiny. No bugs to be found on this one. The one where I didn't find anything. Maybe I will find all the shinies. I remember remarking about how I didn't find anything a couple of times, but I don't remember exactly which ones that was. Is it this one? No. Oh, here it is. Okay, this one. Behind that jar. Okay, so that... I'm gonna say, let's go to the next one, the one with the purple cat. I'm going to, yeah, probably just do the rest of the gems on my own time. I'm not too worried about chasing every last one of them down. I love how this biome turned out. It was a great choice to end the game here. Well, I love how everything turned out, to be honest. It's amazing to see my art come to life. And to see people play the game and appreciate all the little details has been so heartwarming. I'm gonna miss working with everyone. I hope players keep making wonderful fan art even long after the game launches. Send it all to me. I'm gonna be reading all the forum threads about the game and watching all the live streams. I'm so excited we finally gonna publish this thing. And got some action commands there. Let me go. Let's see. I'm closing in on all the gems. I'm not nowhere near all the goals, probably because that also counts easy and hard mode. Also closing in on all the collectible cards. Let's see. I'm gonna claim that. I think there should be at least one more because I did 100% World 11, so I'm gonna claim that too. Can I go and, not there, but can I go and unlock any more of the mascots? I want to select you. I have 700 art, so I probably won't be able to unlock all the mascots, but we'll make some progress in that direction. I don't know if I'm going to need all of the gems in order to unlock all the mascots. I feel like I probably won't. I don't think there's that many of them left. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 1,000. I need 1,000, I need now 900 currency left to unlock all the mascots. Alright, I feel like that should be doable by the end of the game, and if not, there's a couple of, hiccups to be had on the title screen and whatnot. I don't see any on this one, though. Weird. There's one. What about this one? There's one. Anyway, 12-4. Let's go in here. And, let's see. Okay, so this is going to be a spot the difference level. Let's start with an easy section. So anything different down here? No. I'm pretty sure this is all the same. This is going to be a lot like that snow one, isn't it? Where I got like halfway and then I just got lost. That one, that has a tail in one and not in the other, okay. Let's see, there's 16 differences to find. You're the same. There's a shiny. What about... I think this is the same. Plants are doing the same thing. This is even more spread out than that desert, than the snow one. Does this... Okay, I thought for a minute that the leaves were pointing in opposite directions, but no. Don't know why I thought that. Do the swirlies in the sand go the same way? It looks like they do. Flamingo's pointing the same way, leaves are pointing the same way. There's a flamingo here, not in the other one. Same cactus, same lizard. This one is pretty straightforward. No cat statue on top of that rock. That one's just currency. I think I looked at this one already. Nope, didn't look at this one already. That's also currency. That's also currency. Loving this music. We looked at that one already. That one's got something. This one... Alright, this one's a little bit more involved. A little bit more going on here. Compass, knife, rope, same kind of cats. To a certain point, I'm not sure if me reciting every single object that I find and trying to figure out if it's the same on both sides is actually helping me or not. Alright, backpack is missing. Over here... This is the same animal, right? That's the same animal. Yeah, the backpack was... Surprised I didn't see it earlier, to be honest. Alright, this potion bottle is different. I was looking, my cursor was covering it up on the one side. I was looking at, like, the other stuff up there. Alright, that's everything off in the southwest corner. Let's see, mascot cat, how you doing? Not in the mood for head pats today. That is the same. Is everything else the same here? I think everything else is the same here. Alright, so contents of that sarcophagus is different. Thank you. Alright, just had to check. Maybe like a beetle would have jumped out of one and like a fishbone jumped out of the other or something. These are the same. Is that a gem? That's a gem. Alright. Those, the diamond things do like to pretend to be, like, bones and stuff, don't they? I'm doing better on gems than I am on targets so far in this one. Oh, I wasn't even looking at that. I was trying to figure out if these were pearls or bones. But yes, that's a difference too. Someone was playing with a boomerang. Don't know why. Is that pink thing shiny? That pink thing is a shiny. Have I looked at... Okay, the card is just right smack in the middle there. Okay. I see that there is a lizard right there. I don't think I've... If I check this... I think I started there. Oh, I was trying to open it again. Clicking on stuff before I actually look at both screens. But that's 9 out of 16. Let's see. There's that shiny. Gimme. Everything. Are the carvings on top of here the same? They are. What about this? You're doing geometry down here. Just the ancient Egyptians were fairly good at that. This treasure is different. Have I come all the way up here so far? I think I did. I think there was a gem in that one. Alright, so we're finally 3 gems already. Wow. Final 2 now. And again, this is bones. Those are not pearls. Something is hanging off. Here we go. What about these? I feel like this is likely to have some kind of difference. Same lizard, same cactus, same sprout on your head. Maybe not there. What about... That's the same. These cacti are the same. Spear is different next to the catapult. Let's go back to the catapult. Yes, that is pointing in opposite directions. Okay. Thank you very much. Sailboat versus newspaper origami. Is that it for this section? This is a larger one. Tree is pointing the same way. And now, okay, so this is just a completely different skeleton. Oh, it's not completely different, but the head was missing. And I thought these were pearls at first, and I was excited because we were gonna like finish those off, but getting a little ahead of ourselves. Different kind of snake. We're at 14 out of 16. And I think I've checked all of the... like all the little mini scenes. So now this is where I'm gonna have to go back and look for things that I missed, which is where it usually gets harder. Although I suppose in this case, if I were to ask for like the what side of the screen hint, it would probably not be that difficult because that would really cut down on the number of things that I could, like on the number of locations to look for by quite a bit. Is there anything else in this one? Like, I'm inevitably going to find, like, one of these stag beetles that are facing left instead of right somewhere in here, right? Because there's always at least one thing like that, like the spear in this level. You know, one difference I don't think I've seen in a while is, like, just a change in coloration on one of the animals, like a cat that has different stripes. I feel like there were a couple of those in earlier levels, but I haven't seen one recently. Dog is the same and all that. What is this? Is this a whale? I think that's supposed to be a whale skeleton. Have I looked at this one yet? I don't know if I've looked at this one yet. Alright, there's a shiny. That's the last shiny. Which means I haven't been here yet. Okay. Not edible. Not edible. Your faces are the same. Same donkey. No flower here. Okay, so there's just one more. Any other, like, random thing off in the middle that I haven't looked at yet, by any chance? There's just a smiley face there. I think that might have had a gem that I picked up at some point. That's the geometry section. I guess I'll just ask for a hint for which side of the screen. Left side. And it's probably going to be out in the middle, right? Because I think everything's been out in the middle so far. I don't think there's been anything hidden in this one yet. But we'll look on the left side. So maybe left of here. If I zoom in here. Oh, there's no tail. Okay. So that's it for this level. Let's see, I've been streaming for 1:40. I'll probably go to about the 2-hour mark and then I'll cut it off. I'm a little bit tired right now, and then there'll be one more of these. I'll finish the game and I'll spend a little bit of time in like easy and hard mode and stuff. Do camels really make noises like that? They don't seem very friendly. I've never encountered a camel, but my time spent playing Age of Empires 2 informs me that they do. And they defeat horses in combat, somehow. I tried to search for camel sound effects and found a video of camel eating cactus. I'd be grumpy too if that's what I had to eat. Alright, so that was 12-4, 12-5. Alright, so I'll do 12-5, and this will probably be my last one. 26 targets, 26 shinies, and two cards. This will probably be my last one for today. I am, for some reason, a little bit more tired than usual after not really being at this for that long today. Honestly, I feel like I shouldn't be that tired now, but, okay, I'm gonna start out by looking for the easy things, so stones that I can move, There's a lot of graffiti. There's that one's very elite. Try this one. That one's got the third one of those pot things. And is that going to be like all of the cats are cool? Lance was here. I'm going to try and sneak things like that into Wizard X, but the hard part is going to be getting it past Moonin, and he doesn't always think these things are as funny as I do. Is this, that's the potion bottle. Alright, that one was right out in the open. So there's a couple of animals here. Alright, there's a gem on a palm tree. I think these are supposed to be date palms. There's one right there on the desert grass. Yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be like salt or sand or rice or like... I don't think it's supposed to be wheat flour. It's something like that. We got another one of those black obelisks to look for. That's a shiny. That is also a shiny, if I can put my cursor on it. That is another shiny. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff going on down here. Okay then. This might take a little while. Any shinies in the eyes? No? There's a card behind her head. Okay, I'm gonna grab that. You? Oh, that puts it back. I should probably leave that open. Let's see. Is that explosive? That is not explosive. Mascot cat is wearing like a beach towel on its head. Any pearls up here? It feels like there should be something under the cap on the pyramid. That just seems like the obvious place to put something in this level. What are these? Alright, so different potion bottles, neither of which I apparently need. I'm doing really well on the shinies in this one. And another. Oh, I need gears? Okay, fine. I'll be on the lookout for gears. That's another one, I think. And... maybe... This is a big level, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna find much out on the main pyramid. Okay, so I can open that up. Can I open this up too? I can. Okay. And there's actually a good amount of stuff back there, but it doesn't look like anything I need to click on. A lot of spiders in that one. Alright, that's one. What is that? Is that bread with a fried egg on it? Hot dog. Spear is... oh, no, I didn't see that. Spear is different next to the catapult. I was gonna say... Is the difference something I should know? But that was just a message that I didn't see in chat from the last level. Bone in the pyramid is the more recent one. Bone, this one, was that a target? I guess it was. Didn't even see it in the target list down there. That's shaking. That was just a green slime. Alright, where's Mascot Cat? Mascot Cat usually sticks out like a bright red thumb. So we'll see if I can just take that one out real fast. Or if I'm gonna have to look behind an umbrella or something like that. They like to have these sphinxes play with the potion bottles, don't they? Dark obelisk northwest of the hot dog. The hot dog was like here, right? I think it was in one of these tents. Dark obelisk here. There we go. Thank you very much. Let's see. Can I find anything in these piles of... Okay, so I can find something in those piles of tires, but not something worth clicking on. Broken Sword Hill. Golden musical note. There have been a bunch of gold things inside these pyramids, but nothing, I think, besides these jars that I, you know, need. Music note west of Dark Obelisk. Here. Alright, that'll do it. There's something in there. Alright. Again, it's another one of those green slimes. Anything out here that I haven't looked at yet? No. There's not a lot out around the fringes of the level in this one. Are there any other interior areas that don't have to do with pyramids that I might open up? What is that? That bright red and yellow thing? I can't see what that is. Well, we got two types of ducks. We got the mallard and the brown one. Might those guys be on the pyramid, just like perched somewhere? Mummy cat. Oh, I still need another gear, don't I? And 3 bowls of... I think those are like leeks or something. 3 bowls of vegetables. That's one. That's another one. And... is that smashable? Sort of. That's the third. Okay, so those 3 were easy. I figured out what to do with those pretty fast. But... what about the last gear? I was looking for gears and then I got distracted by something else. Glasses cat on the southeast end. Glasses cat, this one. Sploot. Southeast end. Is that southeast of civilization or southeast of the entire map? I saw a shiny. There's shiny. Glasses cat shouldn't be that hard to find, right? Unless it's like behind something. Oh, there's that toast and bread. Okay. Gonna take that. Oh, southeast. I'm in southwest. Alright. I don't know how I messed that up. That's Glasses cat. That's the sploot. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking west instead of east. I guess I was already at that side of the map, and I thought that's what you meant or something. I found the first 2 gears pretty easily. I'm having a bit more of a hard time finding the third. The first 2 were just out, so one of them was in here, and the other was I think it was here. It was in a pile of that junk. So, is the third one also going to be in clutter, like here or something? Where's some more clutter? There it is. All right, that clutter. We've also got a coconut. Hot dog in the pyramid scaffolding. Is there more food in here to be found? In the pyramid scaffolding. Which section of it? I assume you mean it's sticking out from the side. Here? Sticking out behind the cat. The cat was, munching on it. Alright, that is another gem. That one had the slime in it. I saw something. There we go. That's another gem. We're closing in on those. I still have not found the ducks. There's also another one of the blue-green lizards. Where might that be? I'm thinking possibly behind one of the trees on the outside. Mallard duck on the bottom center. Bottom center. So probably between, like, here and here. Is that a corn dog? Oh, here's another hot dog, so that's the last one of those. And a shiny. Why am I having a hard time finding ducks? This feels wrong. Oh, here we go. Alright. There you are. I can apparently... Did that say I can go on to the next world? I don't think there is a next world. I think this is the last one. Anyway, I need a brown duck. So the mallard was just standing there right in the middle. Maybe the brown one is also going to be... Oh, here we go. Alright. Stealing those French fries. I also need a golden... I don't know if it's supposed to be the pyramid cap. Is this it? That's it. Alright. A broken sword, a coconut, mascot cat, who I can't believe I haven't found yet, and the lizard. That is not the lizard. That is a different green thing. I also need one card. I do want to find the card. I think maybe... So up to the point where I'm at final 3 gems where the cursor is actually going to be useful, I will just keep it on the card cursor. That's probably the optimal strategy here. There's a box next to the vending machine. The vending machine down here. Okay, that one was empty. There might be other boxes though. A little more to the right. Where was the first card? I think it was like behind this ear or something like that. What about the coconut? The coconut I have not been on the lookout for yet. Did I move this? Alright, broken sword under there. That's one. Oh, I think when Ron said a little more right, he was talking about the duck. Because, yeah, stream lag. I have a feeling that none of these three nor the last card are going to be inside something smashable, although the gems might. That's a Taurus board, not cards, I think. If there's any more blocks on the pyramid that can move, that seems like the sort of place where I might find a card. Hidden inside the pyramid. Dogs smell. I mean, they do. That's, kind of one of their defining characteristics. Where? Do I want to go down here? No? Colder? Still not very close. Maybe behind the yellow umbrella in the center. I will try that as soon as I figure out where the last card is. Okay, there we go. So that one had those like those scratch marks under it, but it didn't have a symbol on it. This one also has scratch marks. All right, that's a shiny. Nothing else though. Okay, so I'm gonna be looking out for those, I guess. Any scratch marks on this side? This one. And suddenly we've got just 2 gems remaining. So I guess I will go back to this. That was the one I just looked in. What about on the other pyramids? Don't see any scratch marks there. Alright, bottom stone. The bottom stone block has lines on it. Okay, yeah, that's the one that I found. Maybe behind the yellow umbrella in the center. This yellow umbrella. Alright, there's a thing right there. Oh yes, I said I was gonna go like closing umbrellas or something, and then I didn't. Are there any other umbrellas to close? So there was this one. And there was this pink one here. That didn't really help either. This one, that one doesn't close. Is that it? Maybe that's it. This one. Alright, so that's gonna be mascot cat. I need a coconut and a lizard. Hello? Okay, here in the pan. A coconut and a lizard. Coconut definitely feels like food item. Lizard might be a little bit out a ways from the middle. I also remember the coconuts aren't very big, so it might be definitely a more difficult search to find that one. I think that's a whole coconut, not a half coconut. I didn't hide anything by lifting these out into the air, did I? Can I not lower this one anymore? Oh, that's interesting. This one has a UFO symbol on it, so that one can be lifted. Interesting. Do any of the others have those? Some of these don't have symbols, but they can be lifted anyway. I know I tapped on that pipe before, but I kind of feel like that's the sort of place where I would expect a lizard to jump out of. It's 20 minutes. Is it time to start using hints? Another umbrella in the northeast end. This one? Alright, there's the lizard. Thank you very much. And should I just use the hint for the coconut? There's, yeah, no more edges for me to check. I think I'll just do this. Western direction, and it is visible outside. Okay, so probably on the pyramid, possibly at the bottom of it. That is a slime, that is not a coconut. Here we go. Base of the palm tree. That makes sense. That is one that I probably could have figured out myself. Okay. Looks like they collected every sticker, but I don't feel like talking about that with them. I'm gonna get back to work. Oh, did I now? No, not every sticker. Oh, I got every sticker, not everything in the album. So there's what? One more pet, one more pixel, 2 more EBF bestiary cards, 3 more fan art, and that's it. All right. Yeah, I think it's time to end this off. I am more worn out than usual today, and I don't know how much if I'm still going to be like coherent by the time I get to the end of 12-7, so I think we'll save that for next time. Until then, I saw a gem on top of that. I'm going to grab that. Until then, my name is Dragonite. This has been Find Matt's Cats. Next time we're hopefully going to be finishing this off. In the meantime, you should all go check out Wizard X and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I'm going to go and hydrate myself and probably take a nap or something. I will see you all later.